welcome back to more Lord of the Rings Online. I'm having a ton of fun recording, so I just want to get straight into it. In the last episode, we finished helping out some of the people here in this area, and we were sent back to Morlod to tell our friends about the Corsair that we ran into.
Gondor needs your aid.
It heartens me to know that so much is being done on our behalf, Kippen. Yet, I can see that something has troubled you. Come, let us talk of what concerns you. Come, let us speak inside.
Disheartened by news of the Oathbreakers' influence on the Vale and the growing threat in Tarlang's crown, Malthalam has called you and Lady Rosfine to council.
How may I help you, friend?
Malthalam told me that you have much to tell us of happenings around Allegrant and Sardal. I hope what you have seen can offer us some hope, but your face seems to say otherwise. Let us hear what you have to say then. Malthalam, Kippen and I are waiting for you. Very well, let us speak.
These are troublesome times indeed.
I am sorry to have kept you and Lady Rosfin waiting, Kippen. I was trying to find some sort of explanation as to why the dead have returned to the hill in such force. I shall soon ask you more of your travels in the south, but first, let me tell you more of the Vale's history. Long ago, trees spread to all corners of the Vale, save for the top of the great hill where the Stone of Eddic rests. Isildur himself brought it to the Vale, and there it remains. It stood as a reminder of our heritage and of lands to which he could never return. But now it is thought as only a symbol of oaths broken. The men he cursed betrayed not only Gondor, but the whole of the last alliance. And so they paid dearly. Their cowardice led to the people to ruin and eternal unrest. The hill has since been a place of unease to our people, but in times of great distress, the dead themselves return and haunt the stone. As our forests receded to the edges of the Vale, our troubles grew and the dead could no longer be ignored. This war has again drawn them forth, but to what end I cannot be certain. You spoke of worrisome things, Kippen. I think it is time you shared them with us. I'm going to recount my story. Well, I think I have to... Well, I can just click the emote, right? The dead wanderer beyond the stone and fill beasts with madness. And a man swears to free them from their curse. Preposterous. He cannot be Isildur's heir, so the dead would never obey him. Then perhaps he seeks to deceive them. In their cowardice, they betrayed the Dark Lord as well. You are supposing too much, Rosfin. We know little of this man, his army and Tarlang's crown, and even less of the power he wields. All we can be certain of is that he wants to gather the dead and use them against Gondor. He will travel eastward toward the stone then, and so Kippen should follow his path. Do not forget, there remains the matter of the orcs and Tinglebell as well, Malthalam. To fight a war on two fronts shall only bring us to ruin. You speak true. It is decided then. If we are to survive, we must secure Lenkrath and Tinglebell. Endeavor to learn more of this man while you are there. For I fear he shall not tarry in the Vale should he succeed in rallying the dead.
How may I help you, friend?
We have spoken enough on these matters, Kippen. The danger to the east has grown and it must be dealt with soon, lest it spread south to Lamedon. Let us be done with these talks.
These are troublesome times indeed.
I have heard enough, Kippen. If we do not act now, we may as well surrender our lives and lands. However, I do not plan on giving up so easily. Let me take a look at these necklaces. Nothing too interesting here. Finesse, agility, fate. This one has 457 critical rating, but I don't really care for any of them.
These are troublesome times indeed.
We have waited long enough, Kippen. If the dead seek to overrun the Vale, we cannot abide another orc. We must crush their forces at Tinglebell and be ready ourselves for war. Far to the southeast, you will find Lankrath, nestled in the hills. There seek a man named Ozben. He is a wise hunter, and though he is no longer fit for battle, he can aid in directing the attack on Tinglebell. Go with haste, Kippen. Every minute we delay allows orcs to creep further south towards Lamedon. Alright. Good, so I think putting off the epic quest until now paid off because it looks like we're going to be going towards that direction. Let me get on my war steed and we'll get going here. Having a lot of fun this season, really enjoying the content. I mean, when do I not say that though? Which is a good thing for this game. Not pulling anyone's leg, I genuinely enjoy doing this. I couldn't have made it, what is this, 722 or something? Couldn't have made 722 episodes if I was genuinely not enjoying this. But, I don't know, I feel like it's important to bring up. It's nice that every season gets me a little giddy and excited to play like this. It's almost surprising that I haven't really burned out. I really enjoy making these. Alright, let's see what's going on here. So I did ride by this a couple of episodes ago, and I was wondering if there was going to be quests here.
Gondor needs your aid.
Hail, traveler. You must be a friend of Lady Rosfin, for none have been so bold or foolish enough to journey here as of late. The orcs have starved us for resources by sacking Tinglebell and its mine, and it is unlikely that we can hold out much longer. I must admit, I know less than I would like to about what occurred in the north, but the people who have escaped it know well. If you would aid us, I ask that you speak with them, for they might be able to aid you in planning an attack. Osben has asked that you speak with the refugees of Tinglebell.
Gondor needs your aid.
Have you been to Tinglebell, traveler? The orcs did not burn our town, they merely took it for their own. The weapons and armors our miners and smiths worked so hard to create were mostly left behind, and I shall not have them used by the enemies of Gondor. Perhaps the time has come when the orcs venture further south to Lankrath, but if you aid us in recovering our weapons and armor, we shall be prepared.
Our lands were once peaceful.
Do you have a moment, traveler?
It is now dangerous to travel far from home.
I am Borodon, a skilled blacksmith of Tinglebell, though currently I am without much work. If you're heading north, I ask that you steal the orcs' weapons. The weapons are likely of poor make, but I can reshape them into many things and could serve our people better than the needless bloodshed of the orcs. I am certain the orcs are well armed, and nothing would bring me more joy than to see their numbers dwindle along with their tools.
Have you heard the rumors of enemies pressing in from all sides?
I was working in the mine when I heard screams, Kippen. They had a strange echo to them at first, but once I was outside, there was no mistaking what was happening to us. When I found my family amidst the chaos, we fled at once. The last thing I saw before leaving Tinglebell was an armored orc of enormous size entering the mine after picking through the ore we recently mined. I did not care what interest he had in the ore or gemstones. I just want him dead for what he did to our village and our families.
Gondor needs your aid.
Hail, traveler. I am Gurion, at your service. I heard much of the aid that you gave my people to the west, and I thank you for it. This business with Tinglebell occupies much of my time as of late, and the tales I hear of the day of the orcs attack have only grown stranger. Some people speak as if the dead were there in Tinglebell, lurking in the mine just as the orcs arrived. Yet I only see orcs dressed in bones, hoping to prey on those very fears. As much as I doubt their tales, I would ask that you search the mine. Hopefully that will finally put their fears to rest. Okay, so I'm going a little bit north.
How may I help you, friend?
The Hill of Edek has been the site of many queer dealings as of late, Kippen. While I swear I saw the dead rush from the Vale, I was apparently mistaken. Many of their number lurk about the hill even now. And strangest of all, I noticed a dark figure creeping up the hill toward the stone last night. Could it be the same person that you sought near Sardol? For my part, I searched the hill the following morning, but found no evidence of their passing. I worried that I missed something, Kippen, and would ask that you search the hill as well. Okay. So, I'm not really seeing any other quests here. But there are lots of things to do. Let me start up there. In the hill. I still, if you remember from a few episodes back, need to come back and do this thing again so I can do the Sauron path and edit it to that end of that episode. Other than the dead, it appears that nothing has disturbed the hill recently. The stone of Edek stands untouched, but you notice curious footprints near its base. Clearly not made by the circling dead nearby, the footprints denote heavy boots of foreign make. That's the end of that for now. Let me go ahead and change over to the War Steed for a little extra speed. Alright, let's take care of all this. Cool music there. So obviously there's gonna be lots of enemies here. Little humble Tinglebell. So I got Orc Slayer. You have discovered what remains of various supplies in Tinglebell. These hastily packed crates appear to be all that was left behind when the people fled to Lancraft and are filled with a little more than clothing and what appears to be family heirlooms. It is unlikely that all their contents have gone undisturbed, but if anything of value can be recovered for the refugees of Tinglebell, it is likely that this would be met with a great deal of gratitude. Those are the nicest quests. One that are self-given by our protagonist here, Mr. Kippen. As you explore Tinglebell, you notice grim banners of the Rashot High hanging about the buildings nearby. These banners do little more than insult the memory of the Gondorian people that until recently inhabited Tinglebell. Tearing down these banners may both honor the people of Blackroot Vale and loosen the enemy's grip on the region. Wow, that guy was... he was hidden. He caught me by surprise. Let me round up a few of these bad boys. Ah, there's a cave up there too. Well, not a cave. It's the mine. I aggroed somebody. Somebody up there. Is that the leader back there? Is it the filer? But I think I need a staff from him, so... He's far away. Surprised my attacks were hitting him. Not gonna worry about looting all those corpses, honestly. Usually mostly junk that just fills up my inventory space. Despite the orc presence in the area, the contents of the crates remain largely untouched. You were able to recover a significant amount of clothing and heirlooms belonging to the people of Tinglebell. Although their homes are not yet safe to return to, the people of Tinglebell are grateful to have even these small pieces of their lives returned to them. Let me make sure no quest got kicked off the tracker. Yeah, search the Tinglebell mine. Grasp of the dead. Travel to the Tinglebell mine. Okay, let's just go inside. See what happens. Oakfroom must be deeper in the mine, so perhaps finding something valuable will draw him out. You won't be taking that, Hobbit. You're not like the last one, the man of Umbar. He thought us unworthy, but when we raise the rest of the Vale, he will think again. Okay, good. Let me take a look at this again. So, warband. Search. Deeper in the mine. Then I need 2 more banners too that I missed somewhere. You find a cold and unused fire pit on the cave floor. Do you think they'll find us here? Not this time, my love. The king may speak for us, but he cannot force us to fight. We fled last time, and so we shall again. What of that man, though? He promised freedom if we fought on the side of the Dark Lord. He promises only lies, and the others are fools to believe him. Those that follow Isildur's heir may see their oaths fulfilled, but the others shall find no rest. Neither shall we, my love. But I shall have you, Ruskat. Let us send this one away, that we may be alone once more. I mean, it's kind of sad to have to kill these guys after their little love story, but I guess they can't really die. They just fade into the shadows. Okay. Good, let me triple check here that I got all the quests. Yeah, I just need to do 2 more banners, but I think that's outside. Yeah, dead end there too. Ah, really? It's a quick respawn. Where are these last 2 banners? One, right there. Both of them. But now I aggroed the entire camp, so I have to stop and fight here. That's the wrong one. I thought oh well. This will make my deed farming a little bit easier later on. With the Rashot High banners removed, the people of Blackroot Vale are one step closer to reclaiming Tinglebell from the enemy. Alright. How's my inventory doing? Alright, still got plenty of space. I can keep questing. Let's go turn in this big batch of quests.
How may I help you, friend?
If what you say is true, I fear that the orcs are the least of our problems. Who could have such influence as to sway the dead, even with lies? Not a fan of the shoulders.
These are troublesome times indeed.
These blueprints you spoke of, you say the make is unknown to you? I wish we had learned more from this, Kippen. Allow me a moment to think. At least we are certain that the invader has visited the hill.
Gondor needs your aid.
You mentioned you saw the dead circling the stone. Like anyone else in the Vale, they fill me with dread. But you, perhaps you can convince them to speak. We know that this invader hopes to sway the dead to his cause, so it is likely he sought an audience with them on the hill. I doubt the dead you saw on the hill shall aid us intentionally, but if you approach him boldly, he might inadvertently provide us with the answers we need.
These are troublesome times indeed.
Thank you for doing this, Kippen. It pleases me that the orcs can no longer benefit from the labors of our people, and doubly so that we might now be prepared to defend Lanecraft should the orcs seek to press further into the Vale. War has come to Gondor and all must be ready to fight. A weak arm or lack of skill can no longer be an excuse. We must begin training at once.
The soldiers of Gondor have all gone to war, and we are left to fend for ourselves.
Aha, I am glad that you have gathered so many, for I doubt they desire to part with them. I shall see them used against the orcs as they are, or perhaps I can reforge them into something more helpful to our people. Certainly the wood of these staves will help us to keep warm at night.
Have you heard the rumors of enemies pressing in from all sides?
You have done my people a great service, Kippen. Would that I could take arms as you do against the enemy, but my hand is untrained in combat. I am glad that vile creature no longer draws breath, even if reclaiming Tinglebell remains beyond our grasp. Will and vitality, might and vitality, agility, vitality. Yeah, I kind of like the ones I have now. So completed a deed, quest in the Blackroot Vale. Alright, good. So let's go do this quest here, Voice of the Dead. Climb up the hill yet again. Now I know the way though, I know it's from this side. Oh, come on, Warsteed. Get up there. me dismount. It looks like I'm gonna have to fight him. You are the first to seek an audience with me, Hobbit, but I assure you, you shall be the last. I will never aid the heir of Isildur whether I gain my freedom or not. I shall see Gondor burn. Strike at me all you want, fool. When our new master returns, the Vale shall be rent asunder. Narcissus fades into the shadows. Gotta be looking at the right angle so you don't break your legs.
How may I help you, friend?
The news you bring me is most grim, Kippen. I fear that the dead have found a powerful ally, one that may be powerless. One we may be powerless to stop with so many of our people gone to the aid of Minas Tirith. Pretty bad armor too. Looks like it might look cool. Yeah, visually it's a cool helmet, but kinda useless.
Gondor needs your aid.
Time grows short, Kippen. Malthalam must be told at once of the dead and their new ally. The longer we delay, the greater the peril for everyone who dwells in the Vale. I know not how many of the dead have thrown their lot in with this man, and I do not know how to best act against them. I pray that Malthalam can offer some guidance in defending our lands, or I fear all will be lost. Go now, seek out Malthalam in Morlod, and tell him of what we have learned. Alright. Back to Morlod again. I'm gonna fast forward this ride there.
How may I help you, friend?
I wish your return to Morlod could have been a merry one, Kippen, but our future only seems to grow darker with each passing day. If this man is the invader from Tarlang's crown, as you believe, I fear he plans to gather the dead as part of his great army in the south. We cannot allow him to maintain a foothold in the Vale, and I will not risk the safety of my people to push him from these lands. Gather my archers and send them to defend Alagran, Sardal, and Lankrath. Go with haste, Kippen, for I shall look to you when the time comes. Gotta rally the archers. We get on my regular pony here, just for easier navigating. I shall aid the people of Sardal in keeping the enemy from these lands. The people of Lankrath will be safe in my care. I shall go to Alagrant.
Gondor needs your aid.
Very well. The villages shall be protected, but the matter of this man from Tarlang's crown still looms over all of us. We must convince him to reveal himself, and when he does, we shall force him from our lands. Alright, this is a great stopping point for this episode. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one as always.
Thanks for stopping by the Renaissance Gaming Monastery. I hope you join our community on Discord and Twitter. These videos are produced with a lot of hard work and love. If you think they're worth $1, I'd be grateful for your contribution. You can send a thanks donation or become a member on YouTube. You can also support through PayPal, Patreon, or even with cryptocurrency. All links are in the description. See you on the next video.